Just a little while longer until the polls close, and so far voter turnout has been quite high. Let's start off by getting a glimpse of the exact numbers coming from the National Election Commission. For that, we turn to our Oh Jung-hee. Jung-hee, so what are you hearing at this hour?
Good evening, Devin. In a typical election, the polls will be closing down at 6 o'clock sharp. But today is different. We still have 2 more hours to go, and that is why the final voter turnout is anticipated to be higher than ever. The voter turnout of 5 p.m. stood at 70.1%, exactly the same as for the previous election in 2012. There are roughly 42.4 million people registered to vote this year, up 5% from 2012, and so far, over 29 million have cast their ballots. Of the major cities in Korea, the southwestern city of Gwangju had the highest turnout as of 5 p.m. at around 76%, followed by the administrative capital Sejong city at 74%, and the capital Seoul and the southeastern Ulsan at 71%. Cities with the lowest turnout were western port city Incheon at 68%, and southeastern cities of Busan and Daegu at 69%. Province-wise, the southern Jeollado provinces had the highest turnout of over 73%, while the southernmost Jeju Island and the midwestern Chungcheongnam-do province had the lowest figures, hovering at around 66%.
Well, Jung-hee, the National Election Commission, where you are now, they've been telling us that we could be looking at an all-time record turnout, and those numbers seem to bear that out. Can you tell us a little bit more?
That's right. Actually, this afternoon, we've seen a big spike in turnout as the tallies from the early voting and overseas voting period got incorporated into the total turnout. But actually, this is not all. We still have to keep our eyes on the final rush in coming hours. That's because more people might head to the polls after 6, as some might have been on holiday, and there also could have been those who had to work today. Given that the NEC sees that there won't be much difficulty in getting to its predicted turnout rate of over 80%. If that's the case, this will be the first time in 20 years Korea sees a turnout of over 80% after the 1997 presidential election, when the figure stood at 80.7%. Now, the polls are only open for about 2 more hours. All 14,000 polling stations nationwide will close at 8 p.m. Then the ballot boxes will be transported to the 251 counting centers around the country, and the counting will begin at 8:30 p.m. Early results might start coming in at around 10 p.m. tonight, and the final results are expected to be out early tomorrow morning. That's all from me for now. Back to you, Devin.